What separates you from other DJs?
I don't know. I got my own personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just bring my own personality to the game. You know, like DJing. People think DJing is about music, though. It's really not all about music. That's the main part of it, but it's not. It's like you gotta relate to the people. You gotta interact with the people. You gotta watch the crowd. If you see that ain't nobody dancing over here to this, then you gotta switch the music. Like you gotta see if it look like people gonna like have tension or fight and stuff like. It's a lot more than that. Like you gotta get people going. Every time I DJ, I gotta have somebody turn around and look at me and go, yo, you crazy. Well, I say stuff on the mic. I always interact with my crowd, but they remember that, and then they go and talk about it for 2-3 days later, and be like, yo, you crazy? Remember Saturday? They be telling me stuff I said. I'm like, I said that? Oh, I always forget things I say, man. It's just interactive, just being with the people. I be having more fun than they do when I'm DJing. I be partying.
And Big Boy, what about you? What separates you from other DJs?
I think the piggyback off of hype. I mean, my style of DJing, I would say, is similar to like a Brooklyn style, New York City way. Like, it's your personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned alone. When I first started, my man, he's DJing Brooklyn. He said, yo, don't just DJ, put on a show. You do not want people waking up the next morning and somebody say, who's the DJ last night? You like, yo, it's turn. I don't know who the DJ was. You want them to be like, yo, Big Boy had it lit. You want them to think it's your party. Even though you was booked the DJ, you want them to be like, yo, Big Boy party was popping. I was like, that wasn't even my party. You know what I'm saying? You got to have personality in this game. You know what I mean? Because you got to be very aggressive, man, because it's going to be a DJ popping up every week. Somebody going to be a DJ.
So basically, to continue that question, why do you think that you and Hype are basically the first DJs that people call in Syracuse, New York? Whether it's an event, whether it's a concert, whether it's a wedding, you know, etc. Whatever it is, they calling y'all first. Why do you think that is?
It's bigger than the DJ talent, man. It's like when you say rappers, you gotta be more than a rapper, you gotta be an artist. I think we're like we like an artist too, though, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just DJ. I mean, I don't scratch, Hype scratch. You know what I'm saying? So they obviously booking us for a reason, you know what I mean? It's not just DJing. They know, well, one, if you book a venue, you want to book somebody where you're going to make your money back. That's the first thing you want to do. And then two, you want to make sure the people that come to your party enjoy themselves for the next event. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think a lot of people book me and Hype because they know the satisfaction of the people. Even if it's just 40 people, you know, the 40 people going to leave the party and be like, yo, the music was good.
I tell you like that, man. Like, if you give me a room full of people, I don't care who they are, they going to have fun. And I learned one thing from Craig G one time. Like, remember, what was it? What's the calmer? What's it used to be called back?
Traffic.
Before Traffic. Before Traffic. Back.
Yeah.
Yo, Craig G was downstairs and he was killing it. It was 15 people in there. 15 people in that. Yo, the man had records and he was taking all the records out the crates and he was playing a reggae set and he was killing it. And he wasn't even putting the records back in the sleeves. They was just piling up on the side. Yeah. And I'm like in the booth with him and I'm like,
going crazy.
And I'm like, yo, he said, I said, yo, why you going so hard, son? It ain't even nobody here like that. He was like, yo, because there might be one person in this crowd that's going to remember who I am. They might want to call me to come back up here. Or they might go and talk about me and tell people, yo, Craig G was here. Y'all should have been there. The next time I come, he killed 15 people. I was partying in the booth with him. He was going so hard. So I always took that mentality like, I don't really care no more. Like, and if it's not that many people, how many people there, I'm still going to go hard every single time I get on.
Is that why you think your name got so big in this town? Because of that hunger, because of that drive?
Probably. I mean, also, you know, I've been doing a lot of promotion for myself, like with my mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be going hard. You gotta adapt to everything. Like when I first started Syracuse, I wasn't born and raised out here. You know what I'm saying? So like, they could tell you like, people didn't really know who I was, but then they would see me DJing a party and be like, oh, that's hype. The DJ hype. I thought he was from somewhere else, you know. But like, when I first started out here, it wasn't no Facebook. It wasn't none of that. So now it's easier with social media to be recognized and to be out there like that. Back then, it was just your name on a flyer. You know what I'm saying? And certain people had to be a part of the parties too, to get everybody to come out.
See, he come from an era, well, not even an era, a place in Brooklyn where, like we was talking about earlier, you gotta hang up flyers. He come from a place where that grind comes with the talent. You're not just gonna be DJing at home. You gotta be known Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
But you're from Syracuse, New York.
Right, but
so how do you think you got your name so big? And your name is big. Your name is big. Your name, they book you in Rochester, they book you in Beaverton, you in Brooklyn, you in Utica.
I think I got a strong work ethic, man. I try to be out there to where I'm annoying. You know what I'm saying? If you put up a stat about a funeral, I'll put my flyer under it if it got 15 people on it. You know what I'm saying? And I, you know, like I said, I started DJing a lot more when I was in college. So in college, I'm meeting all these DJs, King Lion Sound, DJ Super, like these dudes from Brooklyn that's telling me like, you can't just DJ, you gotta put on a show, you know what I mean? So I developed my aggressiveness from outside of Syracuse. And then when I brought it back home, people was like, yo, Big Boy talk too much on the mic. He playing too much reggae. You know what I'm saying? I had to do like hype, like, yo, son, DJ how you DJ. That's how you learn to do how you do it. And now it's to the point where, you know, I follow that. Just be me. And now, you know what I'm saying? It's big.
But you can't have a party without talking. Like, I don't understand. You go to a party, the DJ be DJ. I didn't even know it was a DJ in the club one night. I was in there for like 45 minutes. I had a couple drinks. And I said, oh, it's a DJ in here? Because they wasn't talking. They wasn't promoting themselves. They wasn't doing nothing. They were just playing music. You can't do that. Like, you gotta, people gotta hear you. They gotta hear you tag. You gotta give them what you're known for. It's consistency. That's what the main thing is. Just, if you go to a party, a DJ, and he ain't really getting it popping. One night it'd be good, one night it'd be bad. Like, you gotta be consistent. You know what I'm saying? At every party, like, people gotta, they know they're gonna have fun when you're there.
DJ Big Boy. How did you get your name, DJ Big Boy?
Oh man, it really come from when I used to play Pop Warner, man, and I was like in the 3rd or 4th grade. I was always overweight for Pop Warner. You know, Pop Warner, you gotta be a certain weight to play. So when we used to line up, the parents used to be like, yo, that boy big. he ain't that age. So eventually my coach used to just be like, yeah, put the big boy up there first. Put the big boy. So it come from when I used to play football, man. You know, it's been there, but you know, as I started DJing, that I took that name. And, you know what I'm saying, put the DJ in front of it. That's where it comes from.
What about you, Hype? How you get the name Big Hype?
When I was at college, this dude, I was DJing with this dude and he bounced. And we had a party that night. He left. He just like went to the city. I was like looking for him. He had the equipment and I had half the equipment. He had some records. I had half the records. So I'm looking for the dude and they like, yo, we getting ready to set up for this party. So I went to his crib and took all the stuff out of his crib that we needed for the party because we had the DJ. So he came back. And I started going in on him, like, yo, where was you at? Yo, you gotta do this party. He was like, yo, I thought somebody robbed me. I'm like, he said, yo, you too hype, yo. I was like, man, I'm not hype. We got business. We got something to do. He just called me hype from that day, and it just stuck with me. But then it was DJ hype back in the days, but then it was too many people on the radio saying they was DJ this and DJ that, and I was like, y'all don't even know how to DJ. So I changed my name from DJ hype to Big Hype, because I was like, don't even call me a DJ. If you could just be a DJ, just say, oh, I'm a DJ, then I don't even want to be a DJ. I'm just Big Hype from now on. And that's how I came up with that Big Hype name, though.
Now, from living in Syracuse, you know, I see out in the community, especially with you, Big Boy, you out in the community with the kids, you know, you out in the community with you know, city council, whether somebody that need help, doing pro bono work, you know, there's a bunch of free DJing. you know, anything you could do to help these kids out in the city. So basically, what the question is, any advice for any kids who look up to you and want to possibly be like you one day?
Oh man, you gotta be like you, man. You just gotta be comfortable being like you, man. Like, I ain't do anything in my life because somebody else. Or like, you know, I ain't never been a good follower, you know what I'm saying? I just knew what I followed everything I loved to do and ran with it, you know what I mean? And just so happened, the DJing is what I touched and fell in love with, you know what I'm saying? I could have made a cake, you know what I'm saying? I'd be baking right now, you know what I mean? I ran with DJ and that's what I fell in love with. So I mean, I would tell the youth, man, you find something positive, man, run with it, you know what I'm saying? And then when you find people that's in positions and what you love, connect to them, man, you know what I'm saying? You like football, fall in love with your coach, man. If you like reading, fall in love with the librarian, like fall in love, because that stuff will help you transition, you know what I'm saying? When you can't get in the library, you know the librarian, you know him personally. You know what I'm saying, with your coach, when you stress it, you can talk to your coach, because a lot of us don't have that person in our home, you know what I'm saying? So like I ain't have my father, you know what I mean? My pops was coach here, coach there, the director of Southwest at Kirk Park. Like, I fell in love with so many positive people growing up. That's just the direction I went.
Yeah. What about you, Mike? Any advice for the kids?
Whatever you do, just make sure that you do it with your heart in it. And I work hard. I know hard work pays off. So if you're gonna be doing whatever you want, whatever you, it don't have to be a DJ like Big said, but whatever you do, just do it and do it work hard, and you'll achieve everything you want. Like, don't take shortcuts, man. Things don't come easy. The best rewards come when you work your ass off for them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at everything, man. Like, I just work.